So in the previous video, we created our material swapper on our character's mouth. In this video, we're going to look at using the AudioTimeline animator tool to animate against a sound file to do some lip sync animation. So to find that tool, you can get to it with Window AudioTimeline. We also want to open the animation window as well as the animator. Now I like to work with the animation window docked down the bottom of the screen so it can take up the full width of the screen. And the audio timeline is designed to be nested just below that. Now we want to assign a audio clip, so we can find an example in the demo folder. I'll use this one here.
Then this tool is for you. You simply create a library of materials. Then once assigned to your mesh, you'll be able to click a nicely generated thumbnail in the inspector to assign that material.
All right, so we can just drag that in here. And you'll see this little tick box next to it. That just enables and disables muting so that you can turn it off without having to unassign it. So by default, when we hit play,
then this tool is for you.
You'll hear the audio clip playing back in time with the animation. Also, as you scrub the timeline, you can hear it playing back. So what I like to do is make this part of my timeline as wide as possible. And then if we just rewind that and grab right here near the red track marker, we can widen this to sort of line up our two timelines. You can see the current animation that the character is doing here is a jump, and that animation is only 2 seconds long. So if I was to hit play,
tool is for you. Then this tool is for you.
It's just going to loop the sound. But what we can do is create a new animation for our talking, and that's what we'll do with the animator. I've already got a animator controller on my character. If you haven't, you'll need to create one. And then create a new animation clip. And you can call this, say, talking 4. And then you want to create a new layer for your mouth, which I've already got. And you can see in my animation layer of my mouth, I've got these 3 talking animations. And if I want to add another animation clip, you can just drag it straight in here, and that'll make the animation state talking 4, and it's got the clip assigned here. Once you've got animation clips assigned to your animator, they'll then show up on the character's list of animations here to allow you to edit them. So you can see we've got our 3 talking and our 4th animation here. One thing with your animation layer is just click the little cog to get to the settings. Just put the weight to 1 and blending mode to override. You'll notice as soon as you begin to animate on our new empty animation clip, the character sort of moves down to the origin and he's sort of in this sort of bent squatting pose. That's perfectly normal. That's just a result of working with animation layers and there not being any other keys on the rest of his body. So we can zoom in on the mouth. I like to lock the inspector, and we don't need the project and console, so I might just dock them in my animation area here. And if I widen this panel, I won't have to scroll this list of face shapes as often. So this might be a good time to save the layout. So under Window Layout, you can just go Save Current Layout and call it Animation. And that way, if you ever to lose your setup, you can just bring that back and you're ready to go. So it looks like we lost our animation clip, so we'll just reassign that. And we'll just adjust this. and we'll just choose the animation to animate. So we'll do, I think talking 3 is an empty animation. And what I'm going to do is I can see that this audio clip is 11 seconds long. So I've just got a keyframe at frame 0 where his mouth is closed, smiling, and then one at the end of the sound file where he's also closed. So now when I hit play, I'll hear the sound file and the animation play together.
Then this tool is for you.
And you can see our playheads are pretty much lined up.
Create materials.
So now to animate, all we have to do is hit the record button here. And then whenever we click on one of these face shapes, it's actually going to set a animation key on our timeline.
Then this tool.
So now it's just a matter of animating to the sound file. And if you're seeing your face shapes sort of flicker between keys, just select all your keys, right click both tangents, and just make sure they're set to constant. What that's going to do is make your keys look stepped. Like that, so that there's no weird transitions between the different face shapes. So I might just do a little time lapse here of animating to this sound file.
Then this tool.
So the first word is then this tool, and it sort of starts about here. So this is a good one for then. And you see that he's hitting the end noise at the sort of top of this wave. So where's our N? This one's good for N. You can see as I scrub, I've only got 2 frames, but I've got a lot of different poses happening there. So I'll just make sure that's set to constant. All right, so we've got then and then this. So this section here is the word this. So before that, we'll just go to our TH sound. And then our I. And we've got a bit of S happening here. So we'll go to our S sound.
Then this.
And we've got, this is the word tool.
Tool.
So we'll go to the T sound at the start. That's more of a TH. Tool. So tool's got a oo sound, so we'll switch to that one. And you can see I'm sort of just clicking through to see which one sort of sounds or looks like the sound that I need. They are labeled here as to what sort of sounds they should suit, but it always depends on the tonality of the word as well. And you don't want to do every sound, otherwise you'll end up with too many keys and the character's mouth is going to move way too fast and not look good. So you just want to hit the main sounds of the word.
Then this tool is
so this is the word for you. So that's the F at the start of for is definitely a noticeable face shape. And then same with the ooh on you. So
is for you.
You can see we've only got 2 frames there for you. That's probably enough to make sure that the character doesn't over animate.
Then this tool is for you.
And then we don't want to leave him hanging on that ooh, so we'll just go to the end of that phrase and we'll just close his mouth back to a smile.
Then this tool is for you. You simply create a library of materials. Then once assigned...
If you don't want that white box around his face too, you can just disable gizmos up here if you find that distracting.
Then this tool is for you. You simply...
Cool. So I might just do the rest on a time lapse to show you how quickly it is to animate with this, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so I've just finished keying out that whole phrase. One thing you want to do is, like I said earlier, not add too many keys. You'll notice a lot of the time I'm mostly using the same 2 face shapes, mostly this one and then this one. You can see they sort of cover a large amount of sounds. And you'll notice that when people talk, they don't actually open their mouth that much. You mostly just want to hit all the big sounds, the B's, the M's, the P's, the F's, the TH's. And you can see I like to just animate straight ahead. But another way you could do it is to go through and put all the keys down for one type of sound effect and then go back and do multiple passes, getting more and more keys down. But I like just to go straight ahead and just scrub as I go. So if we look at that final animation, we'll just click and you can go Control-A to select all our keys. And we'll just put both tangents to constant. Like I said earlier, if we switch to curves, you can see that that'll keep it as the same pose until the next pose. It doesn't have any weird interpolation between poses. If we're on like linear, you can see that we can get some weirdness here where we get multiple poses between our keyframes.
Then this tool is for you. You simply create a library of materials. Then once assigned to your mesh, you'll be able to click a nicely generated thumbnail in the inspector to assign that material.
So there you go. Another thing that can help with lip syncing is to move your keys just before the major sound. So for example, we've got a spike in our wave here. This is quite a long audio track, so I'll just zoom out, get my timelines to sort of sync up. So this right here is the ooh. So it can help to move that keyframe just before.
Then this tool is for you.
It can just make it visually sit a bit better. So that's pretty much it. Now you can animate to an audio clip, and if at any point you're finding that annoying, you can just press the mute button and then it won't play the audio when you play back. And if we exit out of animation mode and hit play,
create a library of materials.
It'll still play the audio track. And if we actually play our scene now, we can use the animator to control our state. So you can see on our base layer, he's just in the idle state. And if we click on our mouth layer and right click on our talking 3, we can just say jump to this state and he'll play the animation. The other thing too is you want to just make sure you end your animation with the mouth closed or in a smile. Otherwise, he might finish with his mouth agape or open.